Grant here and welcome along to Daily Breakthrough and episode 1. I'm really happy to be here, and before we do anything at all, can I just ask you to do me one little thing? If you could just hit the subscribe button, that would really help me out. I'm going to be bringing you some new insight and something hopefully really cool for you every single day. Why? Well, here's what I've learned, is that most small businesses in Australia, where I live, have grown to a point where they've perhaps reached a bit of a what I call a boundary edge. Right? So you've grown, you've developed, you've built with all of the skills and the talents and the techniques that you've learned throughout the years. And good on you. You've done really, really well so far. And maybe that's you. But what you'd like is to break through that boundary edge for a few reasons. Well, maybe you'd like a bit more time in your life so that you can enjoy doing the things that, well, I know that I certainly love doing, and I'm looking out through the big windows here and looking at the beautiful view and looking at the water and the mountains and so on. And I like to get out amongst all that. Maybe you do too. My kids, who are teenagers, they're inside, and I certainly love to spend more time with them. And my wife, who's at work today, well, she and I like to take cruises around tropical areas. I live in Tasmania, so a tropical area is certainly something that I look forward to visiting. Maybe that's you as well. And what about a little bit more money or a few more customers in your business? If you're anything like me and the people that I work for, you want to be growing your business all the time and not having customers drop off. So I'll be sharing breakthrough and insight with you every single day so that you can have the breakthrough that you want in your business. So you've got a little bit more time, a little bit more money from a few more customers, and some more freedom in your life. Does that sound like something you want? If it does, remember to subscribe and comment below if you've got anything specific that you'd like me to cover. But today, I'll be talking through some above the line principles and one little below the line principle that kind of gets confused. And I'll talk you through this. I'm going to talk to you about 3 things that I believe every small business owner should and must have to be successful. Oh, by the way, I've been talking to small business owners, consulting and coaching now since 2008 in a full-time practice without doing anything else. And prior to that, I was in business development and consultancy for one of the world's largest multinational cosmetic and hair care brands as well. So just in case you're wondering a bit about me, you can find out some, if you Google me, you'll find out a whole heap of stuff about where I come from and what I talk about and who I work with. Cool? But for today, let's get stuck into what I believe are the most important areas of your small business outside of your product or service. So your product, your service, and your skill set and your offering, that's all incredibly important. But there are some main differences that set the successful business owners in Australia apart from the non-successful ones. And by the way, if you're watching from outside of Australia, tell me where you're from. I'd love to hear from you as well. I know that on my podcast, which comes out every Tuesday, called Super Sales Coach, we've got listeners from all over the world. So it'd be really great to find out where you're from. Now, a lot of people that do what I do have kind of learned a few things in a few books and they maybe have gone to a few seminars and they regurgitate some stuff. Everything I'm teaching you in these videos has come out of real world experience and real world practice with real world people and real business owners who are just like you. A lot of them are mum and dad business owners. A lot of them have been around for many, many years and were kind of a little stuck in what they were doing. And today I'm sharing with you the most important parts of the first steps. So we'll be talking about first steps, I think, for a little while. There's a lot of first steps. But for today, I want to talk to you about, first of all, passion, and then patience, and then planning. So, and then we're going to go below the line and talk about some stuff that gets confusing. All right. So first of all, passion. If you don't have an absolute passion for what you do, for how you serve your customer base, for how you serve your clients, for your skill, for your craft, for your practice, for whatever it is that your small business or your medium-sized business or whatever size business you have. But if you don't have a passion for it and you're the business leader, then what are you really focused on? Because whatever your area of focus is where you're going to end up. So for some people, their area of focus is, I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be broke. I work hard to pay the bills. I work hard to keep my head above water. And at the end of the day, that's all they've got. Now, one of my mentors talks a lot about being 99% unhappy and only 99% happy. Imagine if you were the other way, 99% happy and only 1% unhappy. However, most business owners that I meet are the opposite. They're what I said a second ago. They're 99% unhappy and only 1% happy because they're focused on areas of their life and areas of their business that don't make them happy. So what makes you happy? Why did you start your business in the first place? What was the area of passion that you went into and you wanted to do that, that when you chose the business that you've got right now, why did you do it in the first place? Now, if it was just for money, then I'm going to ask you today to have a really good think about whether you still want to be doing what you're doing. Because if it's just for money, you go get a job. Someone will pay you and you go work for someone and they'll pay you superannuation and holiday and leave loading and whatever all that stuff is. That can be taken care of. You can go get a government job or go do something where you'll just get money. You'll be happy as heck, right? But I doubt very much that's why you started. Most people start a small business for a few reasons. They either start because they're moving away from something they don't want to be doing, or they're really moving towards something they do want to be doing. They're living out a lifelong dream, or they're getting away from a lifelong nightmare. And I don't know about you, but I've been kind of in both camps over the years I've spent in business in my life. I don't know where you're at, but I'd love to hear about where you're at. So the first thing is passion. The second thing I really want you to focus on is patience. Now, if you're not patient, you'll quickly run out of passion. And if you're not passionate, if you're too passionate and you've only got passion in your life, then you'll never have the patience that it takes. Business is hard. Small business is hard, and breaking through and getting well known and getting, famous, really well established, it takes time. And I think it was Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones who said that when he was interviewed way back, he's still alive at the recording of this video, he was quoted as saying it took us 14 years to become an overnight success. Well, I think that's about right. It should take you 10, 12, 14, 15 years to become an overnight success. It doesn't happen straight away. You've got to continually, consistently communicate your message to the marketplace in a very clear way. And that comes with a lot of patience. And the third thing is planning. The planning and the patience and the passion all go equally well together. You see, if you plan your year and you plan your 3-month blocks and then your 1-month block and then your weekly blocks and your daily blocks, if you plan those areas of time so that you can implement towards where you want to go from a clear headspace, from an abundant headspace, where you can be completely passionate, that planning is what causes the patience factor to rise. If your planning is clear and you can follow the plan, then your patience will increase. Why? Because you can trust yourself that you've planned from a clear headspace, and you won't kind of react against the marketplace and react against what's going on, or react against that staff member that left, or that client that upset you, or whatever it was, that bill that didn't get paid, the order that didn't get delivered. Whatever's happening in your life, you can go back to that plan that you created where you focused on your passion and you created a space of patience for yourself. And if you don't know how to do that, just let me know in the comments below. I'll be able to help you out, and we can even jump on the phone and talk. Certainly if you're in Australia, I am interested in talking to you if you want to have that conversation. And perhaps you might need some tools for that. Not everyone has the strategies. I know my clients do, I know I do, but maybe you don't. Maybe that's something that you need. But here's the big problem. Remember I said there was something below the line, maybe something that people get confused about? And that is productivity. See, far too many people believe that in the act of doing, do, work, grind, hustle. And the hustle is a word that gets thrown around a lot in social media these days. You can hustle all you want, but if you're doing it without passion and without patience and without planning, then you're going to burn out. You'll really quickly burn out. Now, that can happen whether you're making $1 million or whether you're barely making ends meet. That can happen in any set of circumstances, whether you love it, whether you hate it, whether you love what you're doing or hate what you're doing. It'll happen in all those circumstances because you haven't made a plan. And what happens is you get implementation anxiety and you'll get burnout really quickly. The problem is that oftentimes business owners in Australia are the worst paid and hardest working people in their own businesses, and that might be you as well. So I don't know where you're at today, but I'd love to hear from you. Again, subscribe to this video. I'm going to be bringing you more insight every day, and have a think about what you're incredibly passionate about regarding your business. What's your level of patience like? And what does your plan really look like? If I was to walk into your business today and say, show me your marketing plan, show me your organizational structure, show me where you're going in the next year or so, show me your purchasing plan, show me your inbound and outbound plan, show me your CRM, show me your client list, show me your communication strategy, and show me your social marketing strategy, all of that stuff. If I was to ask you for that, would you be able to produce it? And if you can't, maybe you need to learn how. And if you need help, just let me know. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video today as well, and perhaps what else you'd like to hear from me. There's enough content for me to do a video like this every single day for the next 3 years. So I'm not gonna run out of passion, I'm not gonna run out of patience, but I'd love to find what you want and put it in my plan. So I've got 110 videos in my plan already, but I'd like to put your needs ahead of my own. So is this helpful for you today? Hopefully you've had your daily breakthrough. Why don't you go ahead and like and share this video as well? And again, subscribe to my channel so I can keep bringing you more high quality content just like this. All the best, bye for now.